Tufts student Rumeysa Ozturk is opening up about her stay inside a Louisiana ICE detention center. Ozturk was released on Friday. This moment here, we actually brought it to you live on the NBC Boston News at 6 as she walked out of that facility. And over the weekend, she spoke about her time in custody. NBC 10 immigration reporter Oscar Margain is joining us live in Somerville, actually from the location where all of this started. Oscar, good evening. Tell us about what Ozturk said about specifically the other women that she met inside that detention center.
Well, Colton, I was there watching her as she took her first steps of freedom following detention. Now, she made it a point to mention how there's 900 or so women in that same facility where she was detained who have not been afforded the same sort of legal resources or community support that she's gotten. Speaking of support, you see some of that here on display in Somerville. You look at that tree. That is a location where she was detained back in March. The community here continuing to support her by dropping by with letters and flowers, joining her in the call for another look at these for-profit detention centers.
Rumeysa Ozturk walked out of the South Louisiana ICE processing center Friday amid cheers after 45 days behind bars.
I really appreciate you being here and thank you so much for all the support and love.
The Tufts student from Turkey made her way back to the Bay State Saturday, following her arrest by ICE near her home in late March. She extended her gratitude to the world, but not without voicing her concern for hundreds of her former fellow inmates.
I was so tired of witnessing cries and pain that can be all preventable.
Rumeysa's supporters decried her treatment at the private processing center in Basile, Louisiana, accusing the company Geo Group of lack of care and sanitation.
These places are in incredibly isolated regions.
Anthony Enriquez at RFK Human Rights co-authored a 2024 study surveying 6,000 inmates at different Geo Group facilities.
They make it impossible for detained people to actually have due process.
He says the Trump administration is going out of its way to quickly send detained immigrants to the South.
They're located in regions of the country where the most conservative courts are taking a consistently anti-immigrant position.
Geo Group responded by saying, in part, our contracted services are monitored by the federal government to ensure strict compliance. These allegations are part of a long-standing, politically motivated and radical campaign to abolish ICE.
You're a hero for all the people who are still being detained.
Mike Mathis recorded the widely circulated video of her arrest. He and other neighbors in Somerville have since organized to watch out for one another.
Trying to be more vigilant and figure out what can we do if this were to ever happen again.
And the Trump administration here argues that Rumeysa supports a terror group, but a judge in Vermont said that the government has failed to prove that. Now, Rumeysa's attorneys have also asked to give her some privacy here as she continues her studies at Tufts and her immigration case in court. Reporting live in Somerville, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.
Oscar, thank you.